pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Well, I guess you got, you looked over the minutes in the finance report.
I looked over the minutes, I didn't see the finance.
Right, I don't have that printed out yet. I'm still working on that one.
Yeah, she's still working on that. But yes, I did look over the minutes.
Hi, David.
How are you? Not working. I've heard that.
You heard that. It's all about.
The whole county.
Okay.
The people.
The whole county comes.
How long gonna take you, or so?
Well, you can go with something else, can't you, until they...
I'm printing them off for you right now, so you can look at it.
You wanna go ahead and say, you said?
Well, yeah, I wanna go ahead and get a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, I'll make a motion that to approve the minutes and the
I'll second it.
financial report.
Did you get it back from me today?
Yeah, she's made copies.
Oh, okay.
They should each have one.
Okay. I wanted to make sure that she had it.
I walked in, it was pretty.
Good.
Well, just right after, I think I went and got the money in. Haven't been here too long. They're setting up for the, a lot of them that come. I'm setting up for the voting tomorrow.
Jimmy, you got any good news for me tonight?
It's time travel.
Alright. I'm still getting up at the same time.
Oh, I know, I went there before 4:30.
Me too. I said, I'll go back to sleep. He's my alarm clock. He comes every morning, 4:30, 5:30.
You ain't taking care of them commissioners and your buddy down there, Elmore. You know, slap him on the wrist. I didn't slap one of them on the wrist.
Slap him upside the head.
Yeah.
Slap him upside the head.
Well, he's too big for it.
Fine.
This right here,
He's got
Russell.
that other part.
I'm doing something I swore I didn't want to do, and that's talk about ordinances every week, every month. But I am gonna talk about them tonight.
All right.
Jill, I need to ask you one question, and that's on the Bryce property. How long we got to go on that? They had 30 days.
I think I gave her until November something, didn't I?
Thought so, I can't remember. Put it on mail that
She did receive it, and I gave them until November 11th. They have until November 11th to do something with the property. That's 30 days from the date of violation, which was October 11th.
That's when they received it.
They received it on the 13th. They signed for it on the 13th.
Okay, they got a little time left then.
about a week.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 days, yeah. 7 days
Yeah.
left.
Keep that in mind. Well, no, you don't need to, because, and then 30 days is up, and if we don't hear from them, that place is gonna be cleaned up.
Right.
And, ain't no use making these orders, you ain't going to enforce them. The restaurant over here. I think your mom told me you did have the address of the person that.
I'll make sure it hasn't changed, but yeah, I did pull the information.
Okay, will you give her write them a Dear John letter and emphasize the danger that's involved in that thing, because if that falls and somebody's coming down by there, it's gonna get them. And there's also kids going in there and getting stuff out of that old basement,
Okay.
junking it out, you know, and that could fall at any time. Are you with me on this one?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
it,
I totally agree about
I
that.
think we went and looked at it one day, didn't we?
Yes.
and anything else, you know how to word it.
They
If you
have
don't,
90
Debbie
days with the
does,
structure.
Pardon?
They have 90 days with the structure, so that's gonna put you into,
No, no.
according to the ordinance.
There's an
then.
amendment to that 90 days. In fact, I got it over there on them junk building, it's 30.
On the nuisance ordinance? Under the nuisance
I
ordinance?
ain't going home to get that.
Well, I have it
There's
right
that
behind you.
time.
I have it right behind you, posted. On the nuisance ordinance, if it's a structure, I think it's the very bottom one, Derek.
It used to be, it was on these old houses, it didn't read 90 days. But then, my gosh, you can build a dozen houses and tear them down in 90
Yes.
days.
But I don't know that that's been amended. I think they amended the,
It's in the ordinance, or the amendments right there behind the ordinance I got,
yeah.
but you ain't got it.
I probably
do
got a
have
whole lot longer. If you take his number, I can call him, or does he need to see me?
Pardon me. I'm in a stupid video.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, that is to read section A. Item number 9. That's the penalty. If you look at this, it says item number 900 penalty, amendment A, and that's just the penalty. That's giving them 30 days on, instead of 7 days. That's the only thing that's been amended.
I've got a different, I've got that old one.
We can't go by the old
It's
one,
been
honey.
amended from 90 down to 30. Has been for a long time.
This is the one that we go by. This is the one that was adopted in 2008. Is this what you got? Looks just like that?
No.
Because that's the one we should have. This is the one that we adopted
Yeah.
in 2008. All of you did. And then we did the amendment just to give them more time with the penalties instead of every 7 days.
Well, why would we do that?
I don't know. And that's it, just shows this subsection right there. Is what's been amended. See 900, item 900, the penalty discussion, and it was been waived from 7 days to 30. If the violation has not been corrected at the end of the 30 days, then they would be fined.
Well, what more you want? That's a violation.
That's the penalty. That's how the penalty is adopted. Because I think it was 7 days. If the violation has not been corrected at the end of 7 days.
We
The
then
owner.
have 7 days from the notice to correct your violation.
Okay, now,
If the violation is at the end of the first 7 days, the owner or argument shall pay a fine and an additional fine or
7
shall
days after.
be levied upon the owner of each 7 days per
So this is the only thing it's correcting is this part right here. If it's not been, this has been corrected at the end of 30 days instead of 7 days. The owner shall be fined. That's the only thing that's changed on it that has to do with the 30 days. That, it's just the penalty issue that changed.
That's gotta be changed.
It was 90 days to tear the property down.
So 90 days, you should know. Thank God you can tear the town down in 90 days.
Yeah, those are the paid documents. Yeah, I need those for them too. just kind of highlight that, what the correction was.
There's all your,
Okay, this is what's been corrected, this part right here has been amended. The actual part that's been amended is just this part right here. That's been right there actually, not this part, but right there, that's
Huh?
been the amended part.
Dave, you know, the
2.5 miles northwest of you, on a buddy's property.
Because that's what I typed in, what was changed.
Right on 900 north.
Violation has not been corrected at the end of the first 30 days instead of at the end of the first 7 days.
Their property there.
There has been, we've been seeing
Okay.
fields.
let's just use the old dirt, I'll bring it over there, we use it.
I don't think we can. If
Why can't you?
he wants to use the old ordinance instead of this ordinance.
No, you can't do that
Why can't you?
because this overwrites it.
But if you look on that ordinance, it will tell you that anything any different than anything else contradicted means it's meaningless.
This is the last one. If that's the last one you have voted in, that's the one you gotta use.
But we never did delete the old one.
If it contradicts it, then you need to
It
go.
don't contradict it. The only thing that contradicts would be the days. That
You need to go.
to tear it down.
You're trying awful hard, honey.
I want this place cleaned up. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it is legal.
Yeah, you don't want them coming back on you.
But 90 days, we could get the whole town killed over there. And definitely ain't gonna turn it over to the commissioners, they wanna sell it. As is.
You have the same problem,
Then we'd have the same problem.
just a different owner.
Yeah.
Start all over again.
Yeah.
That's gonna put him into February, because I have to comply with this ordinance. So that's gonna give him up until February to get it cleaned up, according to this ordinance.
Yeah, but we gotta clean it up for that. Somebody,
Hopefully they'll step in and get it done sooner.
because that is, it ain't just an eyesore, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going on, it's the danger part of it.
All this put on it that needs to be done. Go ahead.
What's on it? It's dangerous.
The wall's falling in and glass is coming down. I mean, it's falling out.
Out toward the street.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
pushing
that
out at the
out.
bottom.
And glass is falling down between the siding and the walls. Yeah. I'll put on there that needs immediate attention when I send him this notice.
How long's it been since we talked to Scales about about that property over there when he decided he was gonna put a mobile home on there?
Was that the deal where the trailer didn't fit the ordinance or something?
Well,
Somebody else sold it out.
somebody else sold it out.
It was
from me.
after our, when did we go to court? July, June? I'm thinking it was approved back in,
How long would it take? If we amend it tonight,
Amend the ordinance tonight?
or
If you amended the ordinance tonight,
tonight on that.
she would have to advertise it, you'd have to have it at the next meeting, and then when you vote on it, she's gotta put it in the paper.
So it'd be 2 months.
Yeah, so it'll be January, so you're not gonna help.
Yes. Still quicker than that.
it was
Still
approved
quicker
July
than
3rd.
that.
Okay. So, really, they got plenty of time to clean that one too.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Could fix some wood. For old things.
Now, these clean lots are 30 days, you,
Cause it's not a structure, yeah, it's just getting all the trash and the debris
Right,
and the weeds and
okay.
everything, they have 30 days for
you
that.
wanna be.
Right, yeah. You must be sure.
Yeah, it's just if there's a building on it that's falling down, they have 90 days to get rid of that.
Is it a house?
That restaurant right there across the street.
Right there.
So it is a structure. A business, it has a basement.
You need to let me look in the statute. You may be able to do something if it's clean.
Okay.
It's definitely a hazard,
Yeah.
360 degrees.
When we had those winds, the roofing was over here on our steps.
That wall's scary. I mean, we walked it, me, JR, Marty.
Yeah, it's pushing out at the bottom there. That's why some of that old asbestos siding's kicked off at the bottom.
Right. Nick went over and cleaned up the junk that was out there, before the asbestos.
Have you contacted
I
him?
don't wanna send that guy.
Never got a
90 days.
notice told to.
Or 30 days, you got 90 days to do it in, you know. We got a good lawyer that they'll figure out a way to do this.
Actually, it would have probably fallen into your ordinance that you just had, that never got finished, right? The unsafe building ordinance.
There
It
may
would have
be a
fallen.
statute we can use. There may be a statute we can use since it's kind of an emergency.
Okay, that's what I wanted you to say.
Let
Yeah,
me make sure.
okay. Because we're using safety and everything else in this, because it ain't just an eyesore like a bunch of trash.
Right. If
It's
it's falling down and
dangerous.
there's glass,
Yeah, so if you can come up with that,
I'll look at it tomorrow.
okay.
Not gonna be at work tomorrow.
Then, yeah, if Debbie can come up with something like that as an emergency or anything, then tell Jill, Coach Jill how to write the letter, right?
Or just make a copy of the statute that says it has to be, it overrides the ordinance because it's a danger.
Well, the town may be able to do something.
Oh, without this, without the individual. That's scary.
Okay with you? Well,
Yeah.
okay with you? Okay, we're gonna leave it in your hands. okay?
All right.
I'm gonna say one more thing about our ordinance, and then I'm gonna shut up and go home there on the heat pad. But the county, they met with the councilman the other night, and they come up with a big deal that they're gonna sell the properties themselves as is for $125. Or $725, excuse me. Well, they ain't even gonna probably get any bids, but they're supposed to get together, John and Tim, get together, I don't know when, right away here, and set up an auction, and they're gonna run it themselves. Now, this is hearsay, this is what they're telling me, so don't hold me to anything. And, the highest bidder takes the property.
Now, are these properties that have been up for tax sale?
They have to do up at least 2 tax sales, go through at least 2 tax sales. They have got 2 houses picked out, or he said 4, the last time he stopped, had 4 of them here in town. 2 of them's all I know, there's one of them is here on west of Jackson Street, the other's that yellow house that the guy was already got fixed up, or partially, but he owes a heck of a lien. Now they're claiming that they can waive all the liens and all the taxes on his property. When somebody comes in to bid on them, it'll be very free and clear.
Thing that we're worried about, that one house, if that guy goes and bids on it and gets it back, he'll just leave it like it is. I mean, the one, you know, he's not, his son's the owner, but if he goes and bids on it and buys it back for $725, he's not gonna have to pay any taxes or anything that he's owed for all these
And
years. That's not a good
He'll be
thing on
getting a
that.
bargain, won't he?
But our lien will still, it won't be a lien against the property, but our procedures is he has to pay all that debt here before services will be rendered. So, we will possibly get our money that way, but I mean, it's like in $2,000 just in sewer.
Yeah, but he just leaves it like it is.
Yeah, but no service, no water service over there, but, yeah.
If he doesn't want service, he's just gonna leave it, and he's just stuck. That's when like people want property like that, and
Is the house totally a wreck? That property, is it totally a wreck?
I don't know, is it?
That and out there in east end of town.
The one you're talking about?
107 South
That's where
Well,
those dogs.
Yeah, they had all those dogs in the house and out back and
It's
whatever.
bad.
But he owes quite a bit on the sewerage. We got a lien against it, the town has, right? I forget, the taxes seem to be like, totaled out like $7,000.
The house isn't worth nothing. The house isn't worth anything, really.
Yeah.
It's about like
But-
Lee's house.
In the past, I was told that they had a guy wanting to buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well, there's
that.
two.
That's the reason I've been holding back on this here. I was trying to wait on, see what them guys had thought we were gonna do. And then when they come up with this here, why, that ain't doing the town no good. We don't want the houses sold, we want them tore down, or fixed up. And that's, yeah. What do you think?
Need to remind him to report.
What are you thinking?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about, what about the guy up there, up the street here that's been working on that house for a while, or that hasn't been working on it for a
That's a
while?
good point there. He's been up there, he's talking about, instrument deal up there. How long has he been working on that, Derek?
I don't know, I was at the marathon just last week, one night last week, and Carmen Lane come up to me and said there was a guy over there roofing it. And it was dark with a flashlight.
Good flashlight.
That'd be a good reference.
By the time I drove by there, the ladder and everything was still there.
Well, I'm like Wendell there, well there. My guys, his time's way up. Now, I don't know what ordinance he was wrote on.
Yeah, he's not had any fines, there's no tickets been written, no tickets or anything's been written.
To him? What did he do, just ask him to do it, fix it up? Or?
Well, there was progress being done, and so you guys didn't ticket him. And then after he came here, a little bit of work was done and nothing else. We got the weeds mowed, and I think that, the debris after the burn ordinance got,
He wouldn't do anything for quite a while because that guy across
He
the
was scared
street.
of Mike.
right.
Yeah.
Gonna have to deal with that all the time.
We're just spinning our wheels here, what we've been doing here on these ordinances, you know, and enforcement on them.
So, what do we wanna do? Derek just said they were working on it last week.
They what?
Derek just said that they were working on it last week,
Still putting roof on it.
still putting a roof on it.
Well, yeah, but they've been doing that for 6 months.
Right, I agree. So. Well, we probably need to send him a letter.
Tell him to
getting too bad here for long, and nobody's gonna be able to
Right,
do
and then they're
anything.
not gonna be doing anything on it.
You almost need to stop it in
Yeah.
December,
Yeah,
January,
they're
February.
beautiful days,
I
and,
know it
you
is.
know, that, my guys, they wouldn't be anybody, and when they go up, they put a little patch up there, and then it's there for a long time.
I'm surprised that porch didn't fall in with all that wind. It's just leaning, hanging there.
I don't know which ordinance that was, he was wrote on, that's the problem.
That's
He was on
another
this
safety issue, really.
Yeah.
I mean, really it is, and, you know, that's when Estill Schuyler was starting, he went to the restaurant first, then he went to Enstrom's house, and then whatever happened to that deal, I have no clue.
I don't either.
He gave me the inspection for the there, he gave me that, but nothing can be done because we don't have that ordinance adopted. So I have the inspection report for the, whatever that is, the old restaurant. And Estill said at that time, when he looked at Skip's, his was getting, the structure was being made more sound, is all I heard. He never gave me a report or anything.
Yeah, I think that was left up in the air here.
Yeah, I mean, it just got,
Which one was yours?
The one that, remember the day you called me over and I read to you that these are not ordinances, it's state laws
Yeah.
instead of an ordinance or state statutes is what it was.
yeah, but
Well, you
Debbie,
mean the vessel had?
Yes,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, but Debbie has already prepared that, and you guys haven't adopted it.
No,
That's what's,
for
that's
one,
what,
for two reasons, I wouldn't sign it. One of them didn't even have a time clause in it, or that ordinance didn't even have the time clause in it. Didn't even have the fines, what we were gonna be fining in it.
Okay, what that ordinance does, it makes the homeowner come to the next board meeting. And he has to explain to you, and you explain to him, what you want done with the building. And you say, okay, you've got this amount of time to get it done. If he does not do that, then what I do is drag him into court and have the judge tell him, you tear that down. If you don't tear it down, hymera is going to. It puts some teeth in it. That's what it does.
Yeah, well, all I've seen through there is much of the state statutes.
out of what Estill gave you, yes.
yeah,
That's just
I
what
don't
Estill gave you,
understand.
not the ordinance.
But the state statute allows you to write this ordinance so that you can get these people that aren't, like whoever owns this restaurant, get them into court. And you were talking about fines. This Gupta guy, we got $1,000 from him in the city of Sullivan in fines through that very same ordinance.
Sullivan's got that same ordinance,
Sullivan has that same ordinance.
okay?
And we've used it to get some stuff torn down, because if it's just the board doing
Of course,
it,
they got a housing board down there too.
it was the zoning board that, or the building. You guys can do that. You can do it.
I like the old way the best.
Here's the ordinance if
In
y'all
fact,
already adopted
in
it.
fact, we tore big buildings down with that old ordinance here in town.
Then you need to do it. Quit talking
That's
about
what
it.
I'm talking about, but you said it wasn't no good anymore.
This
Just
has,
cause the paper soiled on it.
this has teeth that we can take them to court and get it torn down. And I don't know why you think it's gonna cost the city, the town of hymera, so much money. It's not.
Do what now?
One of the concerns you said you had was it was gonna cost the town so much money, that it won't.
Well, I wasn't actually speaking on your part, I'll be honest with you, I'll let you off that way. It cost us money.
Okay.
There was another deal that would cost us some money. I'm done talking about myself, but, Jill get her and write that, letter to them and put it down as an emergency or something. We can work the rest of it out later.
What about, what do we do about Skip?
Yes.
Just send him a letter, giving him a time frame to get it done? Another notice saying you have this much time, it has to be finished by this time?
I wasn't in on the thing, was you in on it when he wrote that ordinance or that ticket to him? How'd that happen? I don't even know how it happened on Skip.
I give him, I'd have to look in the file. I'm not gonna say a word, I'll have to look in the file. But do you remember the night he come in here madder than hell because he found the ticket in the seat of his car because I couldn't get him to come out? He'd been sleeping or
Well,
something.
I must not have been here when he come in.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was
I think
because
y'all
him
three were.
and Doodle Lane got into a big
Yeah, I
one in
know he
here.
was there, but I didn't know Skip was.
Yeah, Skip was
Where
there.
I
Yeah,
heard,
he was here.
And that's when this whole situation could be blamed on me. I don't care. But I thought that we was going this Estill Shiler's way, and I kind of backed out of it. I guess
I think they waived the ticket that day because process hadn't been working. Stuff had been going.
I'm not sure, Russ.
I'm not trying to blame anybody, I'm just wanting to
No,
know.
but I would be
Which
the
way
one
to
writing
go
the
on.
citations. But evidently something else. But I can look in the file and tell you when I sent him. I delivered him the town's notice as well.
Yeah, and if I only even knew which ordinances wrote on, was it on the house or the trash or that one
It
there,
was
the
debris in
nuisance?
the house and everything, it was all of them.
Yeah.
Nuisance ordinance, that includes the house and everything, don't it, yeah, okay.
He had
And-
30
and
days
how
to
many
clean the
days we
property,
got
and
on
he had
it?
90 days to take care of he had 30 days to clean the property, and he had 90 days to take care of the
And that
structure.
nuisance ordinance,
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
what
not,
I just showed you, that's what I was just
I'm not
showing you.
sure. I can look and see if you want me to see
okay.
when I delivered him the papers, the date. I mean, as far as the 90 days, I don't know that.
I believe that's pretty close.
Oh, yeah,
It'd
it's
be close.
been way, yeah,
Yeah.
it's been way past. Because and then there was no burning ordinance, so he couldn't burn anything, and, so that
Yeah,
caused
that's
a
when
lot of
everything
delay
got-
too.
Stalled.
Right. Burning ban or whatever it's called.
I don't know, what do you wanna do with it, Get a big sign on it, write hurry on it.
I can write him, I can send him another note, you
Well-
just tell me when it needs to be done.
We need to do something, and if he's not gonna do anything, then we need to give him a ticket or a fine, and,
Yeah, but it gotta be a time limit somewhere,
Okay, give me a time you
Give
want it
us
done by.
something to go by.
I'll send him another notice, you give me a time frame when you want it done. How many days you're gonna get him to get it taken care of? How many days are you gonna give him to get it taken care of?
Give Skip to take care
How,
of it.
how many more
How many
days?
more days you
How
want me
much
to give
time you
Oh,
want
how
to give?
much more time?
30 days ought to be enough to put on a roof.
Well, I think so. It's gonna get wet in there.
him? Is that all you need done though? I mean, that front porch,
The porch needs tore off.
it's going, the roof is going, might need shored up or something.
That'd still be plenty of time to get both of them done, really.
So give him 30 days, so it'll be December, today's the 5th, so December 5th. We're into winter time.
Well,
Well,
yeah, but
they
he
should've
can,
used
he can
like
actually
1
still
days.
work, he can still tear that porch off when it's cold, it wouldn't matter.
Give me 5 minutes and it'll be down. That's
Yeah.
about how bad it is.
Yeah, cause it's not, there's not much holding it up there.
I don't, it's none of my business, but why he would wanna put that kind of money in that thing, I have no.
That's the kind of what I was wondering. Why he would. But it's his money, I guess.
You?
Is that what you wanna do, is give him 30 more days
Yeah.
and because he's got that porch to put back on that thing and everything, the note's still trashy.
Yeah.
Okay, final date, December 6th. We'll give him till the weekend. I'll give it December 10th. That puts him into the weekend, and he has to have it done by that Monday. December 10th, okay?
That ought to give him plenty of time. I mean, he's had all summer. I mean, and that other guy came down here and finally he quit coming. He didn't sit on his porch anymore with the gun, but
Okay. And once I hear from you, I'll send the other guy his notice and give him.
But you need to look at that ordinance, I know it.
Is he trying to teach you, Dan, the reason the boss come ahead of you here and sit in front of you?
That's all right, I sat in the back of church too.
Debbie, we got anything else you want to? You know?
Got a report too.
Uh,
No, what is report?
No, I just have
Sit
that
there
maintenance.
patiently all
Just the
night.
maintenance agreement.
He knows them things.
Dan's got a report for you anyway, if you'd like to hear it.
I've just done the lawn maintenance, got that cleaned up, sidewalks edged. The maintenance is being done, the rotors are getting greased every week, clarifiers, the blowers. The lift stations is getting serviced every week and checked. I've been rotating rotors to keep the dissolved oxygen under control, and it cuts down on the electric bill too. So that's been working pretty good. I pulled the ultraviolet bulbs and cleaned them because we're starting to get high coliform samples. Now it's 1st of November, we don't have to worry about it, and I've killed the power to them now anyway. As soon as I get some help, we'll yank them out of there from
You ever try to get a hold of Brad? Well, won't that help you?
My phone's always broken.
Yeah.
He knows right where to put them.
I've been having problems. I can't keep up with the leaves for some reason, blowing in there and plugging up the rascopes. I got the, today we put the south clarifier online because the rascope's full of leaves and plugged up tight. Just doing normal everyday wasting, supernating the digesters. And we don't have, the blanket and the digester's not deep enough to even worry about bagging yet. We're a long way from having to bag again.
The only concerns I have with out there, was out there today, inspected the plant, was just, and I talked to Nick about it. We do have a line that's plugged up coming from one of the clarifiers. So we put the other clarifier online, shut the one down we're having trouble with. And I'm working with Nick. We may end up having to use your guys' trash pump to pump it out so we can get down there and snake out the line. But that's the only problem that I know of that's going on.
You got it taken care of.
Well, we worked on it today, and tomorrow Nick may have to bring that pump out to us so we can pump it out, and then we'll get down there and snake it out and it'll be fixed.
Yeah.
Is that the one that keeps insuring the pins?
No, that's the other one.
Yeah. the one.
Yeah, I fixed that one that was sharing the pins.
Okay. You may have to do the same thing with this.
I don't think so. This one's just a line that's plugged up in the bottom
Yeah,
of the
it's
tank.
plugged tight. It's plugged tight. You
Oh.
can't blow it out.
What I kind of like to do is talk to you about maybe getting like some cheap chicken wire, something like that. And those clarifiers have got railing all the way around them, and putting along the bottom there to keep those leaves from going in that clarifier, and that'll stop a lot of these problems from happening in the fall. That's the cheapest way I could think of to fix the problem.
That's what we're looking for. Come cheap.
Cheap
That's
white
right.
lie.
It ain't cheap as long as it works.
Right. Yeah. You want, is that serious stuff done now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you going fishing with me and Dan?
When you guys going?
Yeah,
When you guys
by
going?
Sunday, when Dan?
Whenever you're ready, just holler.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going.
pretty this week.
Huh?
I'm going.
Okay.
Well, the rut's in.
You
This
guys really make
weekend's
me
not a
pull the
good
boat.
time.
I'll tell you what I'm going for.
Derek, you got anything you wanna?
I'd report to you on the school crossing. I know you'd asked me about the school crossing.
Yeah.
I'd missed, since last meeting, which was on a Tuesday, I'd missed 4 days of the school crossing, 3 days due to court, being in court at 8 and 8:30, and, 1 day both cars was down. There's been 5 kids crossing that all the other time. I know you had asked me to report that, so, but, what's her, the crossing guard,
Connie.
Connie, I talked to her, she said that it really helps out traffic, so.
Is what?
It really helps out the traffic.
Okay. Anybody else out there? Don, you ready? The meeting's adjourned.
And you gotta get him signed those
Yeah.
papers.